Right, guys. Welcome to Project Metal Music, s- YouTube channel, where I will be going live with the Brain Pressure. Um, yeah, give us a couple of minutes because we've been having some technical difficulties over the last couple of about before we go live with the Brain Band. So, yeah.
All right, it looks like we're live now.
Yeah, we are live now.
All right, perfect. Then we should bring in the other guys. We had some technical issues, so for everybody that's looking at this live,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It was
I
like I
will.
was doing.
I will only text my band members and tell them to log in again, and yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's in middle.
all right. All right, and there we have Emil, and we are live, Emil.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just waiting for
Good.
Simon. I think.
Finally, let me.
I actually texted him, but you probably got the text as well, Emil, didn't you?
Yep.
Yep. Perfect.
So finally.
Yes, finally. What a carry on. What a carry on.
All right, and then we have Simon entering, and we are live, Simon.
At least you don't have a cat face, Eli. Everybody has seen it. I hope. I'm not the cat.
All right.
What a carry on. But we're there. We've got there.
Yep.
We got there.
And Eli, what do you
Right,
want to
guys,
talk with us about today?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like some questions about your general interest, like what you listened to as children and stuff like that, and then coming up to like the about the band Pressure and who came up with it, and what you've been doing in the last year or so, and what was going on. What are you planning on uh, going forward in like 2021 and beyond?
All right.
So yeah, we'll start off with
yeah.
with
the childhood.
what were you listening to when you were kids?
All right, I can actually start with if we start from the childhood. When I was a child, I didn't listen to that much music. I listened to the music my parents listened to, and that was kind of country music. If you should, not really country music, but country music in a Swedish style. And I didn't have too much interest in music when I was really young. But then when I was about 8 years old, I wanted to learn how to play the trumpet. And I did. And I played the trumpet until I was maybe 15 years old. And then I didn't like the music I played, so I got kind of bored with it. And stopped playing music. I listened to music. I went out dancing, but I didn't have that much of a music interest as a young person. But when I was 25 years old, I was talking to one of my colleagues when I was working in a bakery, and he said, it would be really nice to be able to play the guitar. And I thought, yeah, actually, it would be pretty good to be able to play the guitar. So the same day I went to buy a book with chords. This was before the internet, so you couldn't find anything on the internet. Yeah, you had some sites, maybe one, olga.org or something like that. And I bought a guitar and a chord book, and I started playing. And I pretty soon realized that, I suck, and I will probably do that. So I thought maybe I should try to sing playing the guitar. I do the chords and I sing, because my main goal at that time was to be in a party at somebody's house, bring out the guitar and have a little sing with everybody. And that was when my interest of singing started. I was playing on my own just for fun for a few years, and after that I started to listen to more and more different kinds of music. And I, even today, even though we do story metal, I listen to all kinds of music depending on what day it is and what mood I'm in. And maybe if I want to go back in time to get that feeling, you listen to a specific band or a specific song to get you back 20 years back in time. So that's kind of from my childhood. So my music interest started pretty late, from 25, I would say. And Simon, should you have your child story?
Yeah, I'm not sure that I were a child. Okay, no. I'm from actually from a quite a musical family. My parents were playing different kind of instruments, and I picked up the guitar at a really young age. I think I started playing at like 6 or something like that, and it stuck with me since then. I couldn't stop if I wanted to, and now people say that if I were to, I'm more addicted to guitars than you can be to different kind of substances. So and I have a really broad music taste now, and I had it then too, because my parents were listening to this kind of music, and my sisters were listening to a different kind, and my friends, and and then came this really cool guitar teachers around and introduced me to new things. So but I must say that my roots are in the early rock blues kind of things. I listen a lot to those kind of things because my family played that kind of things, and a lot of classical music as well. So I have a lot of those kind of things. That's my roots. And you, Emil?
Cool.
I'm a little bit more like Olof, but maybe a little bit earlier though. My parents, my father actually, he played piano and the clarinet a lot for us when we were kids. And luckily, they never forced us to play any instrument. So when I got a little bit older, I think it was after I was 14 or something, 14, 15 something. I just actually got out and bought myself an alto saxophone and started playing that. First year on myself, and then the year after I started playing in a band. And I really enjoyed that. So starting to improvise and go that route. So I did that all the time during my time until university. And after that, it was kind of hard to practice saxophone in a house, or so to speak, in an apartment, You can perhaps play, but you can't practice if you don't want to kill your neighbors. So I thought,
Yeah.
maybe I start to practice some guitar. That doesn't sound anything. Well, so I did that, and I played for, I don't remember, it was a year or half a year until I have one of my colleagues telling me, Emil, I have this really great guitar teacher that I know. I think you would like him a lot. He's really cool. And I, who never had actually had any theory explained for me musically, I said, okay, cool. I try him out, and I enter this place, and there's Simon. Simon there. So he actually was my guitar teacher in the beginning. I think half a year after that or something. Don't swear on the timetable here, but he told me, well, you really should go out and start playing live. And I mean, I have done that before a lot with saxophone with the band. We went sort of a road tour down in Europe for 1.5 months. But in this rock arena, I've never done it. And I said to Simon, are you crazy? I need to be a lot better on the guitar. And he blah, 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 blah. 2 weeks later, he told me again, Emil, I have this band, and the bass player, he is unavailable at the gig 2 weeks from now. You can play. And I told Simon, are you crazy? I never held the guitar, a bass. And Simon just told me, you play the guitar, it will be easy. It's just 60 songs. Okay. So I went to Simon's house, and he sort of rubbed my head into the bass and forced me to play a lot. So 2 weeks later, we actually went to this gig and did our best. But anyhow, we got to learn to know each other at that time. And even after this occasion, Simon thought, maybe we should have 2 guitarists in the band, because then we can sort of have a broader repertoire in songs. So that's how I sort of met up with Simon, so to speak. Regarding music I listened to when I was younger, also I think was influenced a lot by friends. So I have hello Rickard, if you see this. We listened a lot to Dio, Sweet, and those old classics. And I also had my brother, which was totally on the other side, listening to Nitzareb and Depeche Mode and such things. And during the time I was playing saxophone, I was in the jazz department, so to speak. So I'm pretty broad, I would say, musically, what I like and don't like. So I like a lot of things. Yeah, that was that.
You just mentioned you all got into like playing guitars and stuff like that. And so, who decided to actually start the band Pressure? Who wanted to start the band Pressure?
Well, I think Simon, you can take off where kind of Emil stopped.
Yeah.
There, because you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The story goes like this. It's like when Emil came to me, I saw this guy. He was quite fun, but a little bit stiff and typical jazz musician. So I thought to myself, okay, I need to get this into some rock and roll here. Yeah. So I actually invited him to one of my famous or infamous barbecue parties that I throw each year when you can throw parties, not this year. So I'll have a very big one when we can have parties again. And then I get him there, and I got him a bit drunk. And then I said to him this bass thing that, okay, you should come and join me. My bass player cannot play. And the rest was exactly as Emil said. And he kind of almost moved into me for at my place for 2 weeks. We played like 10 to 12 hours a day. I really got you blistering your fingers, man. But yeah, and we started to build up a cover party band. This was back in 2008, and we played for a long time, 10 years. We did that before starting Pressure, and we played with a lot of different musicians, a lot of skilled singers, yeah, and all that. But it was a party cover band touring all around Sweden. But we started to rewrite songs to make them more metal and more of our own. We got very tired of playing the same covers night after night after night after night after night. Blah, 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 blah. And then when we started rewriting, we thought, oh, this is our sound. And we started to go further and further and further away from the songs. And we started to rewrite the lyrics. We started rewriting the melodies. And okay, soon you got to the point that, okay, if you really knew what we started, then you perhaps can recognize the song, but that's not much more than that. And we started, okay, we need to explore this concept. And we started to looking for a singer, a lead singer that could really bring out the message of this. And then we put up an ad and got a lot of responses. So we did some auditions. And then we got Mr. Olof here to come for an audition. And what did you think when you encountered us?
Yeah, well, I've just I have been father for 2 children, and I had a house with my playing in a band. And my wife had told me half a year before I met these guys that, all right, I think it's time for you to find a band now. I can see that you probably would want to do that. So the first thing I did was go to my computer, see who's searching for a singer. And I found a band first, and these were really nice guys. And we played together for kind of half a year, maybe almost a year. But we didn't get anywhere because we were too many people, too little rehearsal, so it didn't proceed as we wanted to. So we said, all right, let's put an end to this project. And then the same day I went out to the internet again, and I found this ad from 2 guys that wanted a singer, and they had put some of their songs out there. And I thought, yeah, this could probably be something. I don't know exactly what it is. In that time, I was really into playing covers, and in that time when you searched for a singer, you were in between covers and writing your own material, because you have rewritten the lyrics, but you could really recognize the song because most of the melodies was there, even though you have made it a little bit more metal and rock and roll. So I went there, and they were really nice guys. And when I came home, my wife asked me, all right, how did the audition go? So I said, I have actually no idea, because there's too much impressions, and I don't really know what I want myself. This could be one of the best thing or one of the worst thing that's happened. And so I have to just sleep and then wake up and see what I will do. And when I woke up, I thought, well, what is there to lose? There's everything to gain and almost nothing to lose, and it was nice, guys. So let's try it out and see where it takes us. And it's okay that I continue.
Yeah, sure. Roll on.
Yeah, and in the beginning, I was actually singing in Stockholm dialect. I'm from south of Sweden, so we have a really different dialect there. It's like comparing North states to South states in US, or Irish to Britain English. It's we have a pretty different dialect. But I was singing everything in the Stockholm dialect that is normal that you do. And then we had one of the songs that I did in my own dialect. And after a while, I said, should we try? Because I've always been singing in Stockholm dialect. Should we try some of the other songs in my own dialect? Yeah, all right, we can try it. And we figured out pretty fast that this is the way we want to do it, because then we make more of our own sound. And then Simon started to change the songs even more. And one of the songs we said, it was when we was gonna record it for our first Spotify release. So Simon changed everything. We changed all of the melodies, we changed all of the bass, and then he told me, we can look over the lyrics if we have to change something to make it work. And when we did that recording, we thought, well, this is so much better than all of the other things we're doing. So maybe we should try another song. And so we did. And when you start walking that path, it's really hard to go back. So that's kind of how Pressure started to form. But it's been a journey, and that journey is still going on, because we've played together for, is it 2 years now? Something like that. Maybe 2.5 years.
Yeah. Almost 3, I think.
Yeah, almost 3, I think, actually.
Yeah, and we're still, we think we have found a lot of our sound, but we're still developing our sound. And I think that's normal, that everybody do that. And we don't want all of the songs to, you should be able to know if you play song number 1 and song number 5, that it's different songs. It shouldn't be the same song. And the same thing when you do the album. We're always try to develop our sound and do things to proceed forward and find what's our sound. We're not looking to sound like somebody else or do something like somebody else is doing. We do what we want, what we do, because we want to do it. And of course there's inspirations from people, but it's more like it's subconscious influences. Not that I'm thinking of this person and I want to sing like him, or Simon wants to play the guitar exactly like somebody else. We want to play it our own way, but of course we get inspiration from all good musicians and in all different genres. And if you listen to our music, you will find that it's a little bit hard to put us in only one genre, and it's a mix of very many different things. So that's kind of how I think Pressure developed, and we got the name Pressure. From the beginning it wasn't Pressure. You called yourself Crochet when I met you, and when we had written a lot of songs, and we said, all right, is Crochet the right thing for us? Is that showing what we are? And we realized that Pressure, many of our songs, almost every one of them, is about different kinds of pressures. It doesn't have to be a bad pressure. It could be a good pressure. Let's put pressure on this. Or you have a pressure from society, from your loved ones, and it could be a good one and it could be a bad one. And normally it's how you interpret our songs, because we try to write the songs so you can interpret it in different ways. And then we thought, why not have the name of our band of what we are telling stories about? We're telling stories about different kinds of pressures that puts on every ordinary people out there today, that everybody can find themselves in, even though if they are working on a bank or if they don't have a job. There's kind of pressures that you can find in both of their lives, but I think they have felt the feeling, both of them.
Yeah, yeah. So, with that being said, you've released or going to release a song called "What You See." I think it comes out next. I think it's next week in about
Yep.
6-7 days time.
Yeah,
Could you tell me about that song?
Simon, I pass the word to you so I can get a little bit water in my mouth.
All right. Yeah. What you see is actually a song about different kind of things, but it's a song about being yourself and not not being shaped or forced into things by society, friends, work, colleagues, and different kind of peer pressures that can have to influence your life. When you are something, when you each and every day there are things that tells you be normal, be like anyone else, do this because that's the way we do it, this you should do this because this is the way. But the band Pressure doesn't actually believe in the word normal. I think that each and every person is unique and have their own dreams and their own ways to go there. And you have to dare to live life. You have to dare to be yourself. And it's when you do that, then and only then you can find your way and your true happiness and your goals, because otherwise you will just believe or think that you are happy or in a good place, but you are always thinking that, oh, I could have done that, but well, this turned out quite well. But what you see is what you get is like standing up for yourself and saying, okay, I don't care. I don't care if I end up under a bridge. I'm going for this 110%. I don't care what anyone else said. I am my own normal. And what you see is what you get tells that story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, now, are you as a band going to writing any like material for an album or an EP, or you just writing songs and releasing them as singles?
We actually have a complete album ready. That's for release in the end of April, beginning of May. And since we are a story metal band, we have written a full story around the album, so you can follow from A to Z. And there's a story there, and there's a storyline between the songs. Because we want to put the message out, and the album name, should we tell them the
of
name?
course. Yeah, of course.
It's a path of a shadow. Is the album name, and after the album, we have almost also recorded an EP in German. We have the 2 last songs to record in German, and then that EP is finalized, recorded, and we are actually already working on our next album and the story for our next album. But we don't have any thought of releasing on that one because it's a working progress.
Cool. Now with the album, this album that you're going to be releasing in April, have you got any plans on touring Sweden or coming to the UK for a tour? Obviously when it's all safe.
Yeah, if the corona will slow down, or how you should say it, we will definitely go out touring in Sweden, Europe, maybe US, depending on where they mostly want us and and where we can go.
Yeah, of course we will tour as much as we can. I mean, we have worked now really hard on our live show during this pandemic thing. As we had recorded and planned for the album, the songs were almost finished, even if we had more time to work them through. So we have had a lot of time of doing our live performances and how to deliver the stories and the things. Our shows are a bit different than a normal heavy metal show or something like that. We are, it's what shall I call it? We are telling we're binding the songs together with a story. So when you came to the show, you will get a journey between the songs and our way to interpret the songs. But the songs are also up for your own interpretations. So I have had a lot of people coming to me when I say, okay, this is a song about this and this, and they say to me, no, this song is about this. And I say, okay, it's fine. you can take the song however and wherever you want. A good example is that we are not even on the same page in the band of how the songs should be interpreted. We have one song that's called "The Shadow," and for me, the shadow is about your own shadow that's always around, and it's a very safe and it's almost like my guardian angel, a person or an entity that's always around, helping me, believing in me, following me, whatever bad choice I even do. But Emil, he thinks that it's you could explain yourself.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought when we played this for the first time was, this is someone coming from the past, somebody that which I knew in the past, and someone I probably wronged, and he's back for revenge. So kind of a darker interpretation. I still like that one more.
Olof, and if you could just can you just read one of the choruses for us in The Shadow?
You mean in the verse? No, the chorus.
The English chorus. The first chorus, yes.
All right. I can probably try to sing it because that's actually easy.
Yeah, do that. Perfect.
Alone and grey, I see you anyway, hidden and lost, but I haven't forgot. Frail and weak, you can't fool me, I always see you. I'm the shadow, I'm always around.
Yeah, good. You need a bit guitar to that, though. Mm.
Yep.
Yep.
And now let's take the ending part of the chorus in Beaten but Not Dead.
Oh, you want to go that way? Yeah.
Nah,
I can do that as well if you want that.
Sure.
You want that? I was beaten. You mean that one?
Yeah, especially I want to hear Simon in the top. Hmm?
Yeah. All right.
Sorry about that. Hmm.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm
Sorry.
singing backup. I'm singing backup vocals on that one, and it's like 5 notes over my highest note that I can take. But anyway, I did that note anyway, and they keep threatening that to kick me really hard between the legs, so I would sing that note. So I to avoid that, I had to sing it anyway. I did one chorus each session because my voice went down after one chorus. It's a really high note. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one thing I would like to say, which we missed in the beginning. It's sort of an expression internally in the band, and it's from, I think it's originated from the first time Simon took one of those songs in the beginning and starting to sort of play around with them. And he first did a little bit thing, and then he returned and said, something happened. And it was like, it was like a different neighborhood. It was not a little shape up here. It was a totally new face. And he did that several times in a row. So it was kind of something happened. And then me and Olof, we knew that, okay, this was it's kind of, he returns with this sort of phrasing over and over, and it's always fun. I think.
Yeah. Well, something happened.
Yeah, but I think we use that as well now.
Yeah, he
ourselves
just stick
as
around.
well.
Yeah.
Because when Simon's written a new song and he sends it to me, sometimes something happens as well, but
Yeah.
not all the times. But yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Right. Last question for you guys. What advice would you give to someone who wants to become a musician or a singer, or like who wants to play like a guitar or trumpet or whatever? Any advice?
Yeah, I can start with advice, and then I think we can all give some advice. But my advice is believe in what you do, work hard, but do it with passion. If you don't have passion, stop doing it, because the passion has to lead the way, and believe in what you are doing. It's kind of like the song we are gonna release now. What you see is what you get. Believe in what you do and do it your way. Of course, listen to other people because they could have good advice, but don't forget who you are and what you want to do and what you want to achieve. If you do it that way, I think it is a lot of hard work, and many times there's no money in it, but you don't feel like it's hard work if it's passion. I mean, if you love what you're doing, then it's not hard work. Simon, you have any advice?
Nah. Well,
I have to. Yeah, I mean, struggle
You can
is
start.
fine as well. I mean, struggle is a journey too. I think I kind of like going, with the head against the wind, because it's kind of, it's more fun, because when you're sort of passing, when you actually come forward anyways, it's a lot more fun. So I like being the underdog, so to speak. It's a feeling I like, and I think that's good when you're about to do music, because it's not that easy to get through the noise, I think. So, and you probably should love to rehearse as well.
Yeah, and my advice would be that to, I mean, I agree with both Emil and Olof. I mean, passion must be one of your cornerstones. Struggling, fighting must be one of those two. But I would also say that um, uh, because if you have those two, you will get so much reward back from an instrument or a vocal or just what you do. But one of those things that I really need to say is that you have to be a part of it. Play. Everyone can learn how to play an instrument. I have had so many guitar students that come to me and say, "Oh, but I can never do that." But okay, and after half a year or a year, I have taught them to do more. But the thing is that everyone can learn an instrument, but not everyone can be a can play music or can do the music into art. And to do that, you have to connect with the music. And to be able to connect with the music, you have to dare to live life. Because if you go out, experience things, you can. One of the things that I do is I collect stories, I collect emotions, and that's when I need that. When I go out and I will on the stage or to do something in the studio or record something, I'll always think about what am I going to project now. Okay, I'm playing a song about bad self-esteem or something like that. Then you do things in one way, because then you connect with yourself and you remember, you take forth that memory, that feeling and that situation when you felt that way, and then you connect that with your music. And that's the way how to use an emotional bank, or to use a story or emotion to really connect that. That's why I never ever play a written guitar solo. I will never play the same solo live that I have recorded, and I will never record the same solo twice. So my takes are all the thing. Okay, but this was good. No, I will not play that again because now I feel like this. I have to do that. I have never believed that you can put the same amount of feelings into a written part that you have done a million times. You have to connect with what you are feeling right now. And my advice to upcoming musicians and seasoned musicians is to connect with your emotional bank and start experience things. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of happiness. Don't be afraid of any feeling. Just store them and use them to each and every note.
Cool. 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 Right. I think that might be about it. So, thank you ever so much for doing this interview, and I do apologise for the beginning with going live and everything. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
No
Yeah,
worries.
thank you.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure to be your pressure. Have a really good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. I'll catch you all later.